Yo, this your boy CEO Hockley. Real quick, man, today's episode is being sponsored by OGHollywoodspeaks.com. Yes, that's right. OGHollywoodspeaks.com has this fly gear, man. Savage Drive, man. He has this very fly gear, man. He's a former prisoner that changed his life, did 25 years after receiving a life sentence, got home, and he been home 10 years, man. He's been out, he's been free 10 years. He has his own clothing line called Savage Drive. It represents the kind of drive you need to have to make it to the top, the kind of drive you need to have to stay free, right? And as we talk about this prison topic, I want to highlight and show and give respects to those that have been to prison and that are doing the right things in today's society. Everybody go to OGHollywoodspeaks.com and get that Savage Drive. If you got the drive it takes to be successful, man, support him. Also, you can follow him on YouTube. You can follow him on all social medias at OGHollywoodspeaks.com. We appreciate the support here at CEO Talk, and we also like to support other black people doing something positive, man. Savage Drive, that is the clothing line. Get yours today. Salute.
Salute. What's good? What's good? What's good, man? I'm in the building. It's Tuesday. Let me see what time it is. 2:43, and I'm in the building. Remember I told you last time, I can't be here all the time, but when I do come here, I'm gonna bring nothing but the real. But before I get started, shout out to my boy CEO Hockley, man. For those that haven't tapped in over there at that morning show, make sure you tap in, because what he's giving, it can't be denied. Can't be denied. And some say, well, what is he giving, OG Hollywood? He's giving you a blueprint on how to get paid every day, all day, and don't waste your time wasting somebody else's time. Don't let that shit go over your head. So shout out to CEO Hockley, man, for putting the work in like he's been putting it in, and for giving out real game. Real game. That's teaching you how to get to the next level, man. Those are the people that I rub elbows with. People that's going to put you in position that where you can understand and get the fundamentals of how to be successful in society, man. For anybody that don't know why I haven't been on, why? Because right now, I am the proud owner of Savage Drive LLC Trucking Company. Savage Drive LLC Trucking Company was owned and produced by me, a man that did 25 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, man. I am self-employed. So therefore, my business pulls me away from this business. But like I said, when I do come here, I'm bringing it 110 all the way across, man. And for those that still tap in, I appreciate you for tapping in. And for those that have never tapped in, I appreciate y'all too, because y'all are the motivation behind me going to get what I got now. A man that did 25 years flat in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice have ran by a lot of people out here in society that are still in the same place that they are in right now, suffering. That's on them. Anyway, man, now that I've gave that spiel, so you ain't got to worry about or thinking about, damn, why OG Hollywood ain't been online? Well, just know I ain't quit. I got to squeeze this shit in when I can. So anyway, man, let's get to this shit, man. I got a video today. Woo, there's some disturbing situation with some disturbing people in society, man. 2024, right? It's 2024. Last time I checked, it's 2024, right? We're a long way from slavery as a people. Let me say that again. We're a long way from slavery as a people. Now, I know some of y'all might be thinking that, well, when it was slavery, It was only owned, slaves was only owned by whites. Well, y'all stand corrected. Y'all stand corrected. But you have to do your research and find out that on your own. I'm not going to go in and give no history lessons. If you don't know that black folks own slaves too, then that's on you. But in this case, 2024, white woman, white man in Virginia adopted black kids. And some say, well, why would a white man and a white woman adopt black kids? Some people do it for the love of the kids. Some people do it because we as black men grow up with a different physique. And when people see us, they see all type of shit. It's the same as they saw back then. When a black man be in the field in the plantations, what do the white woman see? She see a healthy black man. Simple as that. But in today's time, everybody fuck with everybody. Do everybody agree with everybody? No. Everybody don't agree with everybody. But it's each his own in 2024 though, right? But in this particular case, that I want to talk about is a white woman and a white man adopted black kids in the rural area of Virginia, right? And I'm really hoping that people understand when I say rural area of Virginia, that means it's not too many people around. In other words, it's country as fuck, and you probably have to go a long way just to get to your local Walmart, right? And nobody's coming out to these areas checking on these particular people, right? It's kind of like when they on the campaign trail, in the presidential elections or any county election, they always want to be sure to touch those small rural areas because a lot of votes come up out of those areas, right? But not only do a lot of votes come up out of those areas, it's a lot of racism that is hid deep back in them fucking woods. Now, I'm not gonna say Virginia is racist, but it's racist everywhere, right? Racism is everywhere in America. Some blacks don't even like blacks. Some whites don't like, whites. So racism exists. It don't matter what color you are, And for those that don't know the difference between racist and prejudice, it's two different things. It's two different things. We all can be racist against each other, man. But as long as we don't act on it. As long as we don't act on it, right? And I want to look at this as a teaching moment, right? That the shit that existed then, it still exists now. It's just being carried out in a different way. It's being carried out in a different way, right? And the majority of the time, you can run, but you can't hide. And also, whatever you do in the dark will come to the light. It's just a matter of time, right? So, like I said, y'all know when I come to the screen, man, I'm bringing number 110 shit, man. And this shit here is 110. And it's real and it's raw, right? And the only reason I got it is because somebody sent it to me. And they say, hey, OG Hollywood, man, could you do a segment on this? Let me look at it, weigh in on it. And when I weighed in on it, I said, yeah, man, I can't do nothing but talk about this because this shit still exists. It's 2024 and all this shit's supposed to be put up. It's all supposed to be put up. But here it is in plain sight. It's in plain sight. Slavery is in plain sight. I'm smiling because it's an upside down frown. I frowns on shit like this, man, especially when you're doing it to kids. When you're doing it to kids, man, you adopt a kid to give a kid a better home, and the kid not knowing he or she is going to become your slave and going to be bound in a fucking outhouse. Be bound in the outhouse where it's hot as fuck and just about dead. But who knows what the who knows if this other person hadn't stepped up to the plate and say, hey, we got some kids over here that's been held in this shed over here, man. Could y'all come check on them? Because like I say, whatever you do in the dark will come to the light, man. Whatever you do in the dark will come to the light, man. So y'all do me a favor, man. For those that fuck with me, share this video. Share this video and understand that in 2024, these things still exist. Y'all remember hit that like button, that subscribe button, man. And like I said, whenever I show up, I'm bringing 110 all the way across the board, man. 110. 2024, man. And slavery still exists. We're going to take a crack at this video. We're going to take a crack at it, man. That way you can give your opinion. Not to me, but just put the shit in the comment. Put it in the comment and get this video where it needs to be at. And enlighten some people, man, that in 2024, things are still the same with some people, but not with all people, man. Let's check this out.
Yeah.
Now, during their arraignment this afternoon, Judge Mary Claire Akers significantly increased the bonds for Jeanne Whitefeather and Donald Lantz. Anna Saunders joins us live in the studio tonight with the reason. Anna?
Dave, Gina, before setting their bonds to $500,000 cash each, Judge Akers said she has never seen an indictment quite like this, and that not only alleges the trafficked black children, adopting them from shelters and foster care, forcing them to work, but that they specifically targeted them because of their race. Jeanne Whitefeather and Donald Lantz came in on their own for their arraignments, but left in cuffs after Judge Mary Claire Akers set their bonds at $500,000, more than double what they had already paid.
And I don't think I've ever seen an indictment like this in all of my time. It alleges human trafficking, human rights violations, the use of forced labor, human rights violations specific to the fact that these children were targeted because of their race, and their use as basically slaves from what the indictment alleges, along with human trafficking and neglect with serious risk of bodily injury or death. I don't find the bond to be sufficient.
Whitefeather and Lantz were first arrested last October when a welfare check turned into the discovery of two teens apparently locked in a shed where investigators said they lived in deplorable conditions behind the Sissonville home. One other kid was found inside the house and two others were not home, all adopted by the couple. The indictment brought more than a dozen new charges against them, alleging human trafficking and forced labor, also civil rights violations, as investigators believe they targeted these children specifically from a shelter because they were black, forcing them to work as slaves. Whitefeather and Lantz were originally in Washington state, and it is alleged they brought the children with them to Sissonville when they moved.
Counts 9 through 12 allege the use of forced labor, which I read as slavery.
Bond was initially set at $200,000 cash, and they were both able to post it. Prosecutors have said in a new complaint for forfeiture, the couple sold a $725,000 80-acre ranch in Washington state and sold their Sissonville home to post bond, and they believe both of these properties were paid for through trafficking. That will be decided in a separate court matter, but because of this, prosecutors say they found discrepancies in the financial affidavit Lantz filled out for a court-appointed attorney, leading to a new charge on his indictment.
Some of the information on his face is inaccurate.
Lantz had to fill out a new affidavit today as the two were taken back into custody.
2024, man, and you saw like I saw. These kids were targeted by these two particular individuals because of the color of their skin. And they worked as slaves for these two people. This is 2024, man. Not that much has changed. Not that much has changed. It's been hidden. This has been hidden, man. But what I will say, man, is this. I can't make this shit up, man. And sometimes, even when I'm on here, I be appalled. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. But I will say this, man. If you got kids, take care of your own and don't give them away. If you can't afford them, don't have them. Because when they get in the wrong hands of the wrong people, they take a step back in their young life, man. Just like these kids did. These kids will hate for the rest of their life because in the manner in which they were treated. And I'm not going to even say it's hard, and I'm damn sure I'm not going to say it's fair, because nothing is fair about this situation. This situation had advantages from the day that they was adopted. These two people knew exactly how they was going to treat these kids. It's tough out here, man. Y'all remember hit that like button and that subscribe button, man. And once again, when I show up, this is what I'm showing up with. Some shit that's gonna make you think. Some shit that's gonna make you think. Remember, hit that like button, that subscribe button, man. It's the one and only OG Hollywood, where I keep it 110 all the way across the board, man. Till next time, man, y'all know my motto: stay up and stay free. Salute.